What is up, you guys? My name is Amanda and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Invisalign. I'm going to give you guys a few tips and tricks and things that I've learned along the way, and hopefully these tips will help you out if you are considering starting an Invisalign treatment or recently started one. Alright, so let's get right into it. The first tip that I have for you is to always have a toothbrush kit on hand. Even if you don't think you're going to be out eating, you don't think you're going to need one, it's always a good idea to pack one in your bag just in case. So this is mine. I actually just used an old Sephora bag that I got for free. And inside of it, I keep, obviously, my retainer case. This I got from my orthodontist, along with a portable toothbrush, some dental floss, a travel toothpaste, and I also keep Germ-X in there just in case I'm not able to wash my hands before I brush my teeth for whatever reason. Yeah, it's always a good idea to have this on handy, because even if you don't think you're going to be eating, you're not planning on it, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to offer you food or if you're going to decide you want a coffee, so it's better to be safe than sorry. So my next tip for you is to soak your trays to clean them at least twice a week. This will help keep your breath fresh by getting a lot of the bacteria and the buildup off of the trays. I got these denture cleaner tablets off of Amazon, and I'll link them down below, but they work really well. All you do is you drop this little blue tablet down into a glass of water along with your trays and let them soak for 15 to 20 minutes, then rinse them off. I would usually try to do this while I was eating breakfast or something, so that way I wasn't having to leave my trays out for longer than I should. The next tip that I have for you guys is to skip the manicure. I had the hardest time getting my trays out anytime I had like long manicured fingernails. It just wasn't worth the hassle. The trays would cause chips on my nails. It just wasn't worth the fight. It's better to just skip it. Next is never, and I repeat, never put your trays in after eating without brushing your teeth first. You will get food caked on them. It will be really gross and really hard to clean off. It's so much better just to wait until you're able to brush your teeth. Doing this can also cause your trays to get stained, and you really don't want to have to wear trays that are stained yellow or anything like that. On that same note, always, always, always rinse your trays out anytime you remove them. Dried saliva is surprisingly hard to get off of these trays, so it's better to just rinse them off with water as soon as you take them off, whether that's in a sink, a water hose. I've done it before where I've taken them out in a parking lot and I just use water from a water bottle to rinse them off really quick. Whatever it is, just find a way to rinse them off somehow. You will thank yourself later. Next is you should always keep your previous set of aligners. What I mean by that is, so I change my aligners every week. So if I'm on week number 8, so tray number 8, and then I go ahead and progress to week number 9 or tray number 9, I'm gonna hang on to tray number 8 at least until I progress to tray number 10. Reason being is when I'm on tray number 9, if that tray were to ever break or get lost or something happen to it, I can just revert back to tray number 8 until my orthodontist can order a replacement tray number 9. That way your treatment doesn't get too far off track because you broke or lost a tray. Next tip is to be super cautious when you try to wear lipstick or lip stain or any kind of lip coloring. Reason being is if you are wearing your trays, it will transfer very easily to your trays. Even when you're not wearing your trays, it can still transfer to the attachments very easily. And so for me, I have attachments on all of my teeth except for my 2 front teeth. And it's very easy for them to get caught on my lips, which will cause the color to transfer onto them. So my recommendation is just to avoid lip coloring altogether. And if you have to wear it, make sure it's a lip stain that doesn't transfer very easily, or even a tinted chapstick, which is what I've found is the easiest to use. Next tip is to get multiple cases for your aligners. If your orthodontist doesn't want to give you more than one, you can just order them off of Amazon. They're really cheap, like $5, but make sure you have more than one of these. So I keep one in my bathroom, I keep one in my car, in my purse, and then at my desk at work. That way, if you're ever in a situation where you need to take your trays out, you always have a case handy. It is so annoying when you go out to eat, realize you left your case in the bathroom at home, and end up having to wrap your trays in like a napkin or a paper towel and put them in your purse. One, it's gross, and two, it makes it a lot easier to accidentally throw them away. Next is to set a reminder on your phone so that you're reminded to put your trays back in after you're done eating. I can't tell you the number of times that I finished eating and then just continued about my day as I usually would, when in reality I really needed to go brush my teeth and put my aligners back in. Next is to always use chewies even if it seems pointless. So chewies, they're these little things that your orthodontist should give you. They're just these little small rubber things, and basically each time you put your aligners back in, you're supposed to chew on these for like 5 to 10 minutes. And what that does is it helps to seat your aligners, make sure that they're all the way on your teeth and over those attachments for maximum effectiveness. My orthodontist stressed the importance of these to me so much, which makes sense because there's no point in wearing your aligners if they're not fully on your teeth in the right position and they're not going to be moving your teeth in the correct way. My next tip is to progress to your next set of aligners at night instead of during the day. So what I mean by that is if you're on tray 8 and you're progressing to tray 9, put tray 9 in at night right before you're going to bed. The reason being is that when you progress to a new tray, your teeth start to move a lot more and that can cause some pain. So I'd recommend starting them at night so that you sleep through most of the pain. You can also take ibuprofen and that helps a little bit, but I've found that starting them at night instead of first thing in the morning really helps with the pain. The last tip is that your attachments will stain fairly easily. So keep that in mind the next time you're drinking red wine or decide to go out for a coffee. I found that my attachments stain about as easily as my teeth do, but they're harder to whiten. So just keep that in mind anytime you're drinking something dark colored like red wine or coffee. You can still indulge in these things, just try to make it a point to go brush your teeth immediately after. Also, I think this goes without saying, but you shouldn't drink anything dark colored when you have your trays in. Always take them out first because they will stain very easily and you don't want to have to go for the rest of the week with stained trays. It's not a good look. Alright, that's it you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that if you are thinking about starting Invisalign or you recently started, I really hope that these tips helped you out a little bit. If you have any tips that I didn't mention here, be sure to comment them down below. I'd love to hear them. Thanks guys!